What?
What you do a double take for? You want to pinch me or something? Not here. No camouflage. It's the real deal.
Okay. Just making sure.
Just making sure.
Make sure it ain't a snake.
A snake?
It'll bite you.
I bite back.
Nice to hear.
No teeth. Okay. Oh, start.
No, you said, I thought you had to plug in the power. We were waiting on you. Okay, are we
Can you hear
live?
me?
We live.
Okay.
Okay, everybody. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing?
Everybody's doing just fine.
We are here live with Well, That's Funny podcast. Here I myself, Sam P., one of your favorite comedians in Dallas, Texas area, alongside with my co-host. Welcome back, something.
Glad to be back, Sam P.
Already, I'm glad to have you here.
All right.
We have some interesting topics today, but before we get into that, some tell the people, for the new listeners, and for the ones that probably forgot, who are you?
Well, who am I?
Only you know that. Let's see.
I'm nigga on some.
Yeah.
A huge supporter of yours, your better half.
Thank you.
And here when you need me.
Good.
Haven't got a chance to break into my comedy debut yet, but it's up and coming.
Yeah. Well, you're trying to perfect the craft. I can understand. You got such tall, high aspects in such a large community that you're trying to reach with your comedy. And you're trying, I've been listening to her comedy, and from what I hear, she's trying to be something special.
Just something special.
Yeah. So it's going to take you, I understand, but whenever you're ready to get out there, get out there. But I'm here to tell you what you're waiting on. I think you got it. And that's not a joke. I'm going to be your manager. You want to be your manager?
Start out as my coach.
Coach and manager.
You get a cut? Oh, I forgot. Comedians don't get paid.
Well, I'm hoping Well, we're gonna work out the formalities. We work out all that later.
Okay.
But right now, we're gonna do this Well That's Funny podcast. And like I said, I am Sam P. I am the host, and some is the co-host.
Hoping to bring a new flavor.
Yeah, definitely bring. What's wrong with the old flavor?
It wasn't seasoned.
Well, she's bringing a little season to the podcast. Okay, like I said, we have some interesting topics to talk about, and hopefully that our listeners are proud. I want to thank our listeners first of all. Before I go any further, I'd like to thank the listeners because last week we had an interesting show. You missed that show. You really missed. We got a few views off there. We got about 2,000 views. So that's a sensation for us.
I watched from home, and I gotta say,
What'd you think?
It was very intriguing.
It was internet worthy.
It was internet worthy. Couldn't take my eyes off of it.
Oh, well then it was worthy, right?
There you go.
Boom, there it go. Okay. In the news today, boy, we got some hot topics that we go in my thing. Tiffany Haddish. What'd you think? I mean, first of all, I like Tiffany Haddish.
She's one of my favorite comedians. We have a lot in common.
She one of your favorite?
Yes, she is.
Well, she's in a little. You already know she in a little shit, but actually, she's not in it anymore. She pled to her case, and what you got to say about that? I mean, she was guilty. She said she was guilty. Do you think she got what she deserves?
I mean, I can't really say she got what she deserved. I think she's just like everybody. So I mean, you do the crime, you do the time, but they probably was a little harsh on her. But she's sober now, so should have went away.
When you say she's just like everybody, what you mean?
She's just like me.
Well, she ain't like everybody. You mean she just like you? And how she just like you?
Well, I'm just like her.
Okay.
Anybody can fall asleep behind the wheel, or anybody can fall asleep after having a few drinks. I mean, it just depends. It can happen to anybody. It has happened to some of the best of us. So, I mean, it's no big deal. To me, it's no big deal.
Well, she didn't hurt nobody.
She didn't hurt nobody.
She didn't. She didn't hurt herself.
She was minding her own self. She didn't go out and wreck no. She didn't wreck her car. She didn't kill nobody. She was sleeping it off.
That's what she was doing. Slumped over the wheel.
She was sleeping it off.
Mm.
It happens to the best of us.
She says she's a. She says what? She's just a normal human being.
She's just like everyone.
She's just like everyone.
Sometimes, I mean, 1 2 minute drinks. I mean, depending on your height, age, weight, capacity. I mean, 2 3 might be too many. So you have to learn to know the chase of the water.
Oh, okay. Words of a true
Connoisseur. There you go.
which I call consumer. But okay.
You say potato, I say potato.
Oh.
I think.
Yeah, I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, it is how you take. And they can also make liquor out of potatoes.
Who the hell knows that?
It's
Next, you're going to tell me they selling liquor. You know what they do with the Snickers and shit at the fair and fried Snickers and all. Next, they going to make fried liquor.
That would be something to taste.
You think
If
so?
they could look, if they could stop, say it for me.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Oh, you're supposed to be able to finish in my sentence.
I mean, what am I? What am I? Your puppet? I mean, what are you, a puppet or something? I supposed
I didn't say pull my strings.
to,
I said
sedate.
finish my sentences.
Sedate. I mean, what were you trying to say?
Solidify it?
Solidify it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Make it
anyway,
solid.
Tiffany Haddish, good luck to you in your sobriety. Well, she says she's sober now, and I'm sure she was sober when she did the interview. But okay. Anyway.
Hey, it's one day at a time.
12-step program.
There you go.
Words of an alcoholic. But okay. What's this on the screen? You're talking about something about Beyonce. Actually, you know what? I always knew that too. You know that? I knew her hair was longer than them wigs, but what people don't understand is that's Beyonce. What you got to say about this Beyonce thing with her hair? People been talking about her or something? What's going on?
So Beyonce created a new hairline, and well, she has a hairline.
She does?
And it's called Sacred. Yes.
How long has she been in?
She just recently launched it, or it's been out for a little while. But most people, she was getting a lot of diversity about is people didn't believe that how could she sell hair care products when she wears nothing but wigs. So she had to make the unbelievables get that.
But isn't that why you would make a haircut product?
Yeah, but I mean, how can you sell something if they were wanting to know how could she endorse or sell something that she doesn't show?
It's a haircut product.
But I mean, how can you sell haircut products for natural hair? So I have to start. It's for natural hair, so it's not for my type.
Oh, okay, I got you now. So basically, what she was doing was selling haircut products for natural hair, and they thought because she wear wigs that she didn't have hair.
And she shouldn't be the one to do such a thing. So on the screen, B had to show them that she's been growing her locks for over 25 years, and she She's
Locks.
more than her hair. Her hair.
Well, you can't see the screen. The camera not on the screen. So
Well, she was able to do her hair. And you can catch it on YouTube. So she clapped back with the fans to let them know, that she's more than capable of selling hair care products because her hair is damn near down to, well, it's over past her ass. So,
her real hair?
Her real hair. Look at it.
Holy shit.
That's her hair.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. She probably was just doing it because she didn't have time. You know, busy person.
I mean, who's to say? I mean, who? She has stylists. I mean, she don't have to. But now she has a video showing that her hair is just as long as the wig. So, I mean, believe it or not. Believe it or not.
Believe it or not. Okay, well, anyway, moving on to a better topic. Beyonce, I got love for you. You must love, you like Beyonce?
I love it. I love her.
You been to any of her concerts?
Can't afford it.
Man, those concerts be 3 days. Her last concert, 3 days.
About as long as most of your jobs.
Was that a joke? What did you say?
I just trying to say her concert lasted longer than some of your jobs, baby.
Well, yeah, sometimes
You told me I'm quick on my feet.
yeah, sometimes I juggle jobs. You know, it's part of my career. My career is juggling jobs. But anyway, that's why we're working with the podcast now. 5 weeks and running. I know you've been coming and going. Is that like for real? For real, for real? 5 weeks. 24 lovely subscribers. I am on my way.
You on your way, baby.
Yeah, I do stand-up comedy. But anyway, yeah, this is one of those kind of podcasts, man. It's like, well, that's funny. It can be in a sarcastic way. It can be in a very humorous, in a good way. And it can also be, the WTF could also be like, what the F. But I try to go with, well, that's funny, because it just try to keep it clean. You know,
Not
that way
always clean,
you
but
can just
light.
take it either way. It's not harsh.
Yeah, it's light. It's not. I mean, it can mean anything. So I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a hee ha ha. It can just be, well, you know what happened.
Yeah, like what's the, like just real life. It's just a real life thing. It's gonna be it's gonna catch. But I got one for you. Good Times. As you all probably don't know, Good Times has a Netflix cartoon. It's been picked up by Netflix. They have a cartoon. It's supposed to be for kids, but
I'm gonna kill you.
what do you think about this Good Time? I'm gonna let you, because you always got something good to say about things, even when I defer. What do you think about this Good Times cartoon that's out now on Netflix that has nothing to do with the original Good Times? What? No, I'm serious. Oh, you think it does?
It is. It's a modern take to the old Good Times. So I mean, they're still in the projects. They're paying homage to their ancestors, the Evans. So it's not saying that they're. I mean, they're not saying that they're remaking. I mean, they're not. They're still in the projects.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Evans family. It's Reggie, not James.
Okay, who is Reggie?
Reggie's the father. Reggie's the father, and he drives a cab, so he does have a job, unlike James.
James had a job. He just would lose his job.
Oh,
You don't know about Good Times?
yeah, I used to watch Good Times, but he was always
He had a
damn
job.
broke.
Okay, well
Not
he
broke. Jobless.
no, he would lose his job.
Okay.
You remember he always go to the unemployment hall, you know, different stuff like that, but he would lose his job. So basically what I grabbed from it is they're related to the Evans family, right? And
Yeah.
they're really supposed to be taken off, but in a cartoonish way, like you know how
It's a
cartoons.
cartoon. It's an adult cartoon. Most children shouldn't watch it.
But
But
it should grab the kids, right? Is that why?
it should. I mean, it's not a cartoon kids should watch.
But it has cartoon features in it.
It's an adult cartoon. So you don't get it?
Oh, I get it. I just don't understand why, if it's an adult cartoon, then why? Tell me about the cartoon, what you grab from it, and then I'm gonna tell you what I think about it.
I mean, they're trying to come up from. They're trying to keep their head above water. They don't use that for certain song, but I mean, it's a family that's raising their kids in the projects. The dad works, the mom's a
Homebody,
homebody,
home homemaker.
homemaker, and they have 3 children. The children are junior.
So he's supposed to be like JJ.
He's an artist.
Oh, okay. So he's supposed to. Okay.
Then there's Gray. She's the daughter, and she
So
actually
she's supposed to be like Thelma.
she's a radical, and she's the genius of the family.
Unlike Michael was the genius of the family.
She's the second to the oldest.
Okay, so Michael is the genius. Now, who is Michael now?
It's not a who's Michael, it's who's. They have 3 kids, so Devin would be the baby boy. He's a drug dealing baby in diapers on pacifiers.
He can talk or something?
He can talk. I just say, don't most drug dealers have to talk to sell?
I never met a baby drug dealer before. I don't know.
You said could he talk?
Yeah, he can talk.
He can talk.
Okay, so he's a baby
He's a baby
selling drugs.
selling drugs. I mean, you just have to watch it.
I mean, I kind of understand the reason for the adulthood, but it also seems like it's trying to grab kids too.
No, it's not something for kids to watch. I mean, nowadays kids
But
watch
it's
what you want to.
cartoons though, so
Just our cartoons aren't for kids. It's an adult cartoon. So, have you seen it?
I watched a little bit. I couldn't take too much of it. I didn't partake in that because I know it's a cartoon, but it seems to me like they're trying to gravitate towards kids. Adults, we know better. You know, there's no such thing as a baby drug dealer. No such thing as rodents talking. And I'm sure kids know that too. But it's to attract kids. But they're gonna call it an adult cartoon. But really, you know, a lot of kids don't know about Good Times, the show. You know, we're talking like a show that was made in the 70s. And kids these days, they don't watch stuff like that. So this Good Times, it's gonna gravitate towards us because we're gonna watch it thinking it's gonna be like the old Good Times, just a form of a cartoon. When really what it's basically saying to me is the Good Times, the Evans family now is relevant to the Evans family then as far as being poor. It's like what's the word for it? They incorporated. You know, they didn't elevate. They just pretty much the same. You know, like okay, all the Evans family is pretty much in a struggle, and they trying to make comedy out of it. As a comedian, you know, certain comedy it's more like it's not laughing with, laughing at. You know, I always say that, like laughing at me or laughing with me. This is more like a bring down for our people. That's what I think, man. Because the cartoon could have been so much different. You know, it could have been like, okay, the Evans family this is the Evans family in the 70s. Now, this is a modern day Evans family. They remember how the family was in the 70s, but this is how we're going to be, you know, they're successful now. Why we can't have those kind of shows? Why come every time we have a black show, it has to be?
That's not true. They're just saying that the Evans family was no Jeffersons. They did not move on up.
So that's what that's you. You just basically making my point. My point is why we always have to have a show that is cool. I mean, because it's just a cartoon. It could have been created any other way, but they rather make it as
Well, there you have it. You have your opinion, and I have mine.
So you don't see nothing wrong with it.
I'm saying it's just something to watch. It's not telling you to go out and have your children selling drugs. It's not.
That's
telling you,
exactly right.
It's
That's
how
exactly.
you raising your children. It's not telling you to go out and do this. It's not telling you to go out and do that. TV told you to go off and jump off a building. You're gonna go jump off a building. I mean, you see people jumping off a building. You're gonna jump off a building. It's just something to watch.
Don't do that. Do not do that. So, music today. You don't think it has an effect on our kids today? Because it had effects on us.
Our music was different.
No, I'm okay. But our music now is pretty much is trying to make the people. You're right. Our music was different. Remember, we were speaking about this earlier. Remember about how music rap was? You had different types of rap. You had Will Smith rap. You had Dougie Fresh rap. You had Ice-T rap. You had NWA, Eazy, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre rap, Snoop Dogg. Well, Snoop Dogg was pretty much the same. You just had different types of rap. What was that? Houdini. But you had different types of artists, different types of rappers. Too Short, different type of rap. Public Enemy, different type of rap. Ice-T, I don't know if I already said it, different type of rapper. Now, Tupac, different type of rapper. Now all you have is the same. You have rap, but the same type of rapper, just a different name. So what I'm saying is, see, back then you had diversity. You like rap, but you could have liked Will Smith.
So
You could have liked Salt and Pepper. Different type of rapper. But now, well, they call it gangster rap, though. It's only one type of rap. It's just different names of the rap, but the same type. So it's creating the people. What I'm saying is we had diversity. It created different people. Now you have an artist of the same type, just a different name. So you're creating all one person. They all dress the same. They all sound the same. They all like the same kind of music. They all believe in the same kind of thing. So what they're teaching our kids now, based on what they used to teach us back then, that although it was rap, it was different types. You didn't have to be, you could be whichever one. Now it's like, okay, it's cool to be only this one. So you don't think it has an effect. That's what I'm saying on far as the show. The show is trying to teach the kids one thing. They're not showing them, okay, if it didn't have nothing to do with that, then why did they have to make them
The Evans.
poor?
Oh,
They could have been the Evans. Could have been a different Evans.
but they actually move on. Well, they don't move on.
Because
So-
they want the people to be a certain way.
I get that. That's not funny.
That's what the, yeah, exactly.
What?
It don't have to be funny. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's just a fact. You disagree. You think it's just for comedy. You think it's just something to watch.
It's just like, you're just right. It's just for comedy.
Okay. If you say so. So what's been going on with you this week, the last few days? How's everything?
Everything's been going pretty good. I did not want to go there, but everything's going pretty good. Still in school, still writing. So that's where we are with that. How's it going for you?
I'm glad you brought that up. It's going it's going well. entertainment business. You know, I got a show coming up. That's what you say. Really? That's great.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great.
It's coming. I don't know when it's going to be. I just know that it's coming. That's a joke.
See, your story.
Yeah. I have a show coming up. I haven't.
Tell me about it.
Well, I haven't worked out the formalities yet. I had to find a place to have it. Find someone that wants me on it. It's coming. I don't know when it's going to be. What? See, that's hopeful prospect. See, I'm looking up. I'm looking into, as I look up in the sky, that's Snoop Dogg. I'm looking in the sky. Lord, it's coming. I don't know when. I don't know where. I don't know how. As I'm looking at the sky. I know it's not, Lord, I'm not going to even say nothing. We're going to just leave that alone. That show is coming. It's on its way. I'm putting that into the universe.
Yeah, if you dream it, it can happen.
You are my biggest motivator.
There you go.
I like you for that. You are so great. I know. All I can do is just be thankful for this opportunity.
Well, you know, where there's people, they will come, or?
You build it and they will come.
There you go.
Okay, now all I need is the stuff to build it. I have.
You know, there's a Home Depot just about everywhere.
What do I have?
You just have to build it and they will come.
You know, I hate that fucking saying. Just build it and they will come. Well, first of all, what?
You know,
people always got something to say.
I'll come.
You gonna come?
I will definitely come.
Okay.
So when you ready, I'm gonna help you get there too.
I'm ready, baby. I'm ready.
Okay, let's get there.
That's good. What else you got? Because this show, we're gonna put that in the universe. We just gonna, all 24 of the viewers, you guys. I appreciate that shit.
So speak a bit about what happened on. You want to tell me what happened last week?
Oh, on the show?
Yeah.
Oh man, one of my fellow comedian colleagues had something to say about Jake Paul. He's a former boxer.
Okay.
From way back in the day. Way back in the day.
Okay.
Like in his teenage years. And he says that, the internet sensation, you heard about it, the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight that's coming up. I think it's in June. Well, anyway, my comedian colleague believes that he can knock out Jake Paul. He's an internet sensation. And I think he does, I'm going to just be honest with you, I have no fucking, I just know he's some type of fighter.
Okay.
And
so, I mean, that's just saying. You can't say that he believes. He might can.
He might. So. And I believe that he would, I just made a statement. I was just really just playing around. Like, I don't think you could knock him out in one round. I think he could knock you out in one round. And that's where it went. It just went from there. Just a little joke, but it kind of went somewhere else. What? But it was my opinion. We all entitled. We all entitled.
You just got through talking about our kids opinion. Today, so then your mama ever tell you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
I thought that was kind of nice. I thought it was nice because I'm gonna tell you why.
On what planet?
To be in a fight with a guy that's obviously done had a little training, had a little fight. You hadn't had a fight since this long. Now this is not a street fight. This is going to be refereed and regulated and everything. So I'm not saying you can go in there and probably mace him and beat him down. See, you're going to have to come in with the rules and the regulation of a legitimate fight. I don't think that you have the ability right at that moment to knock him out in one round. Now, I'm not saying if you get trained later on, so hear me out.
Go ahead, so I can have you hear me
I'm
out.
not saying that he couldn't get had a little training, got his weight, got in the proper weight class, got a proper diet, and come back later. But he was saying he didn't say that he'll do it in 6 months.
Hold on.
He said he can knock him out now.
Hold on. Let me stop you. You said.
Don't give me no great hope.
Hold on. Let me stop you. You said your friend, your colleague, company partner. So, by him being that to you, wouldn't it be your job to support him in whatever he decides to do? Because you said you had a show coming up. Don't know how.
I said,
don't know when. Don't know where. But I said, if you build it, they will come. So that was me being your number one fan. But being your fan.
Although? Is there although?
No. That was me being your fan and your biggest supporter. Your supporter. So, saying, as your friend,
I was advertently supporting him. You know what I meant by that? As what we are right now, where we standing right now. I gotta be also true because I don't want my friend to get in here and get his brains beat out.
I'm just saying.
This is different. You trying to go up against someone that's obviously trained up and ready. He's saying, listen to what I'm saying. He said he can go and knock him out in 1 minute. He did not say after he get trained. He did not say after he get his weight up.
That's in his mind.
And in my mind, I said, not. I didn't say the words like not right now. I was just saying, at this point in time, hear me out. No.
So that's just like saying.
I didn't say he couldn't get him.
That's just like saying that, hey, Sam, you don't have a building. You don't have audience.
Well, we need to get the building.
You don't have a building.
You don't have an audience. We got to get the audience.
You can't do comedy. You are not. You don't have the. You can't do it because you don't have it.
I cannot do the show.
You can't do the show because you don't have.
I don't have the things that's necessary.
You can't jump to 3. So.
But I'm okay with that. See, what you said is something that I know within myself, and
but you believe you can do it, though, right?
With the crowd, with the place, with the promotion or whatever.
But you believe you can do it, right?
I believe I can do that once I have.
So why can't that man believe?
I believe I can do that once I have everything. So, I'm not in denial. For me to go in and say, I'm going to have a show, and I know I don't have all these things. I know I'm going to have to get these things. See, I'm in reality. That's reality. The reality is the reason why I don't have the show is why? Don't have the place, don't have the audience, don't have the money. I understand that. Now, you think you go knock him out and you're not in shape, you're not eating right, I just spoke what's going on right now. I did the same thing.
He probably was just.
I don't see a problem with that.
Okay. So let's on to another topic. What else you got for me?
Ungrateful ass kids today. What do you think about these kids today? I think they're ungrateful. What do you think about them?
It's another something that we are not going to see eye to eye on, but hey, I mean, you know how.
I hadn't said nothing.
I can't say that they are ungrateful. They are how they are being brought up.
So they can be ungrateful. I didn't say how they were being brought up. I said they're ungrateful. I didn't say how.
Okay, well, I can agree. They are ungrateful. I'm raising one of my own.
Exactly.
Well, she's mine because
Well, you raising.
I'm
You're
raising her.
her as, I mean, yeah.
And she feels like she's entitled to everything, or she's entitled to the world. But hey,
Why do they feel that way?
what do you mean?
Why do they feel like they're entitled to the world?
Because they lazy and they aren't. I She's watching. She gonna be watching this. I don't want to say too much of nothing else.
No, you gotta get out. You gotta, whatever on your mind, you gotta get that.
I don't want to hurt. I mean,
Aw.
first of all, back in the day, it took a village. It takes a village to raise a kid. So go there.
So you're in support of it.
I mean, there's hope for her.
Oh, I never. Oh, hey, don't be throwing it. You throwing it. You gotta keep your gloves up. You're gonna fight. You gotta keep them up.
There's hope for her. And
I
that's
never said
where we are right now.
I said we.
That's where we are right now. I mean, I'm raising her to be a better person.
Okay.
Now, she came to me a little entitled, spoiled, brat.
There it is.
And she's...
There it is.
And she's getting better.
She's getting better.
She's getting better.
She's a progressive.
Yeah, she's a work
in
in progress.
progress, and she is going in the positive direction.
I mean, like I said, we back in our genre, back in our day, we had that tough love, or didn't have a lot of things the kids have nowadays. So, I mean, I don't feel that they should have to struggle or go through the same struggles we did. You just said the Evans family had to move on up.
That ain't got nothing to do with what we
They
talking
had to
about
get out
now.
the projects.
They never got out the projects. See, it
So
was up
I'm
to
saying the kids that we grew up, where we grew up at, where you and I grew up at, why should they have to go through those same struggles?
That don't have nothing to do with grateful and ungrateful. Entitled, unentitled.
It does.
You just don't have nothing to say. You trying to save. You trying. Some of these kids today can be a lot more thankful and grateful.
Well, you tell me.
But they're not taught to be more thoughtful and grateful. Most parents believe, in my opinion, that they were dealt a bad, was a little too hard, was really treated unfairly. So they decided, without no voting this in, and they just decided that I'm going to treat my kids differently. And along with society, we're taking out punishments, well, they didn't take out the harsh punishments or the punishments they want to give you, but they took out the right for you to discipline your child. And along with I think my kid's being treated, I think I was treated too rough, so they lightened up on the kids. And this is what we have right now.
Well, you know, I can't.
I don't blame the kids either. They just part of what society feel is too harsh on them, so we're gonna lighten up. But look how that's turning out. But it's only turning out bad for our people, I guess. I mean, I don't know. So I guess it's not a real big deal.
Our children not the ones building bombs in the basement and taking guns to the school,
So they're okay, right?
they okay. What else you got?
If you think they're okay, then I guess they are okay.
What else you got?
No, we should stay on this subject. I really want to hear from a woman. Why do they feel that the kids are not ungrateful?
I never said I didn't feel they were ungrateful. I'm just saying. I mean,
You don't feel kids are disrespectful today, or disrespectful?
not all kids.
You know, one kid can be respectful. Then you can honestly say, not all kids, just by one. So I know not all kids, but majority-wise.
I can't speak for the majority.
You're good. You sure you ain't a lawyer or something?
No,
Yeah, you ever win?
no,
Be one?
never
You
wanted to be
You
one.
probably should look into that.
Nah,
'Cause you sure know how to avoid them damn questions.
I'm on the other side of the fence. That's why I know how to avoid those questions.
And there it is.
I know how to maneuver around.
Tiffany Haddish, you're all right with me.
She is definitely all right with me.
It happens to, she's just a human being.
It happens to the best of us.
Happens to the best of us. We drive drunk.
We sleep it off.
We sleep
She,
it
no,
off.
no, 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 no. Don't get
While
it
the
wrong.
car's still
Don't get it
running.
wrong. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it. She was not driving. She was not driving. She was sleeping.
Sleeping it off.
She was sleeping it off. She just happened to, when the police came, it was just hadn't worn all off yet.
So technically,
But she was not driving. That's
when
another thing.
When she was confronted, she was not driving.
That's another thing.
But
How
her
can you get
her impaired.
how can you get a driving under the influence case when you are not driving? You are
Because
parked.
the fact that you were under the influence caused you to not be able to drive.
She was gonna drive when she sobered up.
No, you asked the question.
Yep, I'm
I
saying.
answered it.
I'm
Then
saying.
you trying to make a statement behind the statement
No,
that I
I said
made
how
from
can
the
you
question
get
you
a
asked.
how can you get a DUI if you're not driving?
Because you were driving under the influence. That's what caused you to not be able to drive.
She was parked at the time
But why was she parked?
because she couldn't drive.
Eh,
So she was not driving under the influence. She was parked under the influence.
Take that shit to court. See how that turned out for you.
She was
You
parked
just
under
basically
the influence.
said. You just basically said the reason why she wasn't driving
'Cause she
because she was
couldn't.
unable to drive.
That's right.
So matters if you're driving under the influence or the reason why you weren't driving because you were under the influence. It's the same.
She was behind her. She was in her
She's
car.
behind the wheel of the car with the keys in the ignition, her head over on the steering wheel. God damn it, you were driving under the influence.
She was not
It's
driving.
just your imperitization. I don't know if that's even a word.
She drives a Tesla, right? Those cars drive
She
themselves.
wasn't actually driving when she. Yeah. Okay, she was driving Tesla. What's your point?
So that car could have drove itself.
With direction, with instruction. I don't think she was able to give instructions with her head all slumped over the steering wheel. That was the report. Somebody drove by. They didn't say it was Tiffany Haddish. They said a woman head was slumped over the steering wheel, looked to be unconscious. So the police came to the officers.
Why, if she
Came
looked to
to
be
investigate.
unconscious, why not send an ambulance?
They probably did.
Oh,
If an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. They didn't say, well, she looks to be dead. You know they're going to send the cops first, then the cops going to send who? The ambulance. But they're going to first send an officer to investigate.
you know, I was watching this show,
Okay.
and it's called I watch a lot of TV. So the show is called 911, and it's for first responders. So not all the time do the police have to show up, the ambulance show up, the fire truck show up. The fire department show up. I said fire truck. The fire department show up, the ambulance show up, and then the police. I mean, it's all in how you describe the situation.
Depending on the
She
situation.
It's all in how you describe the situation.
Can I tell you a story?
Go ahead. I'm sure you're
You
going
know-
to tell me anyway.
On the Well That's Funny podcast, I just want you to know your host, Sam P., what brought me to comedy is one incident that happened to me. But since I've been on the stage, so many stories have came up in my head. And I hope before my retirement off the stage, I could get all these stories off. Okay? In the podcast, I share a few of them. That's my disclaimer, okay? This is something that happened to me that's related to what you're saying about the responders. Okay, this happened to me a few years back, way before I met you. Okay. I call myself, this is one of the reasons why I don't smoke weed. Okay. A friend of mine's long time ago, long time ago. She had wanted me to bring something to smoke via marijuana. I went and got the marijuana, took it. She wanted me to smoke with her. I never smoked before. But, you know, this was with a friend. What the hell, right?
Victim of peer pressure. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, she showed me how to smoke that day. I still remember it. She taught me how to inhale.
Go ahead.
I was puffing the weed, right? I was puffing it. She rolled it, everything. I was right there. I brought it, she rolled it. I puffed it, hand it back. She puff it, hand it back. Puff, give. You know the game.
Puff, pass.
Puff, pass. I puff it, hand it back. She says, yeah, I can tell you don't know how to smoke. I said, what you mean? I did it just like you. She said, nah, your smoke too white. I said, smoke too white. She said, see, watch me. She smoked it. She said,
she inhaled it.
She did this here. And then she let it out. She said, your turn. I puffed it. It's easy lessons. Let it go. I did it again. She said, see, there you go. There you go. I did it again. Ain't nothing wrong with this shit. After that, I got up, went in her refrigerator, looking for something to eat. She only had a box of cold chicken in there and some water. So I says, man, you ain't got shit in this motherfucker to eat. She said, well, go to McDonald's and get us something to eat. She gave me what she wanted. I said, okay, I'll be right back. I left. I had a Dodge Charger, a Challenger actually. And I was driving to go to this McDonald's that was probably 2 miles down the road. All of a sudden, it felt like I was flying in the Challenger. It looked like I was looking at myself drive this motherfucker, right? So when I got to this gas station, I panicked. Now, the gas station on this side is a bridge and it's a McDonald's on the other side. I stopped at the gas station because I could not go across the bridge because I thought that if I go across the bridge, I was going to fall off. Now, remind you, I was flying, but how the hell you going to fall off the bridge? But anyway.
You flying.
Yeah, I'm flying this Challenger, right? So I park at the fucking gas station. She calls me, what are you doing? I said, you need to come get me. She said, where you at? I said, I'm at the gas station, but I cannot fly over this bridge because I might fall off. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What you mean fly? Can you come and get me? She didn't come get me. So I ended up calling 911. Like just now, back now to your story. Fast forward to your story. I ended up calling 911 because I couldn't move. By this time, they asked me where was I at, and they can find you. You know that? They can find you for real.
Yes.
Because I didn't know an address. They just told me where I was, and they're gonna send responders. I said, could you send? Now this is what I said to your story. Can you send me an ambulance? They said they're on their way. just stay on the phone with me. They're on their way. Okay. By this time, the girl calls back. She said, where you at? I said, I'm still here. By this time, I made it across the bridge. I left that part out. I made it across the bridge. I said, I'm here, but I'm at the drive-thru, and I can't remember. I don't know why I'm here. She said, order the food. I don't know what I'm ordering. Where you at? I don't know where I am. I'm in and out. So she said, I said, I done call the ambulance. They're on their way. She said, fool, you call the fucking ambulance. Yes, the police are on their way. I said, man, I didn't call no damn police. I called the ambulance. She said, get the hell out of the car. The police are on the way. I said, she don't know what she's talking about. But I said, that's okay. I'm going to park the car in the way, and I'm going to get out. Now I'm walking. I done got out the car. I said, where's the ambulance? They called me back. Sir, where are you? Blah, blah. I said, I'm walking. The ambulance was coming. I seen them. I saw them. They coming to me. They coming. And all of a sudden, 2 police cars went around the ambulance and just rushed me. So to your story, talking about it, you call it, she could have called the ambulance. Let me tell you what the fuck gonna come. The police, put your hands on the fucking ground. Get your ass on the ground. Put your hands on top of your head now, motherfucker. So don't tell me no fucking police ain't gonna come. I saw it for myself.
It's just your neighborhood.
No, I was in the suburbs. So now, which one you gonna keep on to? You gonna keep coming at me with different shit? I was in Las Colinas. That's a suburb in Irving.
Oh, that's why you got.
See, you got one for everything. No.
You was in Las Colinas. You know the very first time with you? I was in Richardson. No, I was in Addison.
That's a suburb.
I was in Addison. You know what?
You call the ambulance?
Never mind.
You call the police?
Never mind.
You call the police or that?
Now I was leaving a club, and I went down the wrong street.
Oh, you did that.
And I'd had a couple of drinks.
You going to jail?
Yep, I went to jail. So I mean, hey.
Man, them people came and said, he's high on that PCP. I'm like, who high on PCP? Who the fuck they talking about? And they took me to the but the ambulance was real cool. Like I said, they were there.
They took you to a mental hospital. No, they don't take you to jail for that.
They took me to the hospital, but you said that when you called, why they didn't send an ambulance? Because they're going to send
same thing.
They're going to send the officers.
If she was there in her car, she shouldn't have went to jail. She should have went some. She should. I don't think she should have went to jail. I just don't. She was not operating a vehicle.
In the law, let me tell you something that
I know in the law, and it should be changed. All you have to do is have your key in the ignition and be behind the wheel.
Your keys just have to be in the car. You don't have to be in the ignition. No. You can be asleep in the back seat. We had a specific, I told you I went to school for law for a little bit. But you can be in the car, in the back seat, sleep, as long as the keys are in the car.
I didn't know that.
They don't have to be in the ignition. They don't have to be in your pocket. They don't even have to be on you. But in that car, 9/10 of the law of possession is yours.
You had intent to drive.
The keys will have to be outside of the car. Or you would get you won't get DWI, you'll get DUI.
Next time, just keep the key in the car. And
don't be in the mother.
Yeah, just fall asleep on the curb.
Well, yeah, the keys, as long as the key's not in the car, they can't say that you were. As far as they know, you was just in the car.
Just fall asleep on the curb by your car. Shit.
Yeah. Now you'll just get a.
That's all I got to say. We won't see eye to eye on this because I just don't believe it. I mean,
as a person that consumes a little bit of alcohol from here and there, you see her pain.
I've been in her pain.
That's what I mean. So you feel a type of way. But
I definitely can understand. I'm still one of her biggest supporters. So hey.
But remember what I told you when I got out.
Congratulations on your sobriety.
Remember the girl told me to get out the car and walk. right?
Yeah.
She told me that. I didn't know that. I was like, man, the ambulance on the way. I was walking down the
Anybody
street.
should have known that police was coming.
The ambulance came, and when it was coming toward me, 2 police cars just whooped around it and grabbed me. So I wasn't driving, so they couldn't take me for. I didn't even know. I didn't know that I was preventing myself from going to jail. I just needed help.
You did good.
You did good, kid. Real good.
You did good.
Are you looking at time? What time is it?
10:29.
Well, yeah. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I haven't touched marijuana since,
And you shouldn't.
and you shouldn't. And my mama was saying, "Oh, it was lace. She laced you." I said, "Mama, I bought the damn." So I laced myself. Well, you probably turned your back, and she.
You know, that's all you saying. Most people first time smoking weed sometimes end in a flying story because, I mean, I tried to jump off my granny table and thought I could fly.
I thought I was in that Challenger.
I got me, my cousin, and my uncle butt towed up because I thought I could fly.
I thought
And
I
that's
could
my
fly.
very first time. I mean, so children shouldn't do drugs.
So when I told people that I was in that Challenger, and it felt like I was flying in the car, it was like I
You
was
wasn't even a
sitting.
child. You was just,
I was sitting in the. Yeah, I wasn't
you
even.
was just a newbie.
Yeah,
Like a newbie.
I was sitting in the windowsill watching myself fly the car, and I was okay until I got to that bridge.
You should have just flew over the bridge.
But on a side note, just being honest about the situation.
I get what you said.
When the police came through, the reason why they made me get on the ground because I only had on a pair of shorts, no shirt, no shoes,
Did you
and it was
strip?
like 40 degrees outside.
Oh, baby.
I left out the house like that. I didn't know what.
Your friend set you up for failure.
They never came out the back room.
Oh.
I left out. When I went back to the house a few days later, my shoes, my shirt, everything was there. That's why the police came in. But I didn't notice. You know, you're outside of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Kids don't do drugs. Adults don't do
Don't
drugs.
do drugs, just drink.
Adults don't do. That's true.
Oh, alcohol is 12 steps.
12-step program. Alcohol is a drug.
I think I learned it or heard that somewhere.
Probably in this 12-step program. Well,
Alcohol
I am
is
here
a
to
drug.
tell you, as a non-alcoholic beverage consumer, I have drunk a little bit socially. You know,
I've seen you drink
I
with
had a
me.
drink with
You've had a drink with me, so
I
you
got
can
totally
handle
in
it.
what you didn't know. I
You
didn't.
can
I'm
no, you
just lying.
did.
Nah,
You, I think I finished your drink, but you know,
That's why I said I have drunk something before.
I'm just saying, don't knock it until you tried it.
I
all
did
the
try it.
way.
But like I said, this girl said you don't drink it for the taste.
That's okay. We're gonna have this contest.
Contest?
Yeah.
Or what?
No, we're not gonna have a contest. But I'm gonna get you wasted.
No, thank you.
In the private, I'm gonna get you wasted.
You sound like
I just want to get you wasted.
Chris Tucker. Friday. I'm gonna get you high today.
I'm gonna get you high today. I'm gonna get you drunk today. Not
And
today.
fuck this dude up.
I just want to see you drink. I mean, really, just let your hair
I'm
down.
gonna get you.
I'll take care of you.
That's what I'm talking about. Wait, did you hear that? No, motherfucker, sit down. What the fuck you doing?
Let's walk to the store.
Let's go to the store.
No. No. So,
No,
yeah.
thank you. But thank you for asking. I appreciate that offer, but that ain't gonna change nothing. I did that shit before and I almost went to jail.
You want to do it for me?
I smoked that weed for her.
I said for me.
Same thing, different person.
No, me drinking. We're gonna get some Patron. We're gonna play with you
Patron?
drink. Yeah, not Patron. Not Patron. I'm gonna put you on Julio.
Hell no.
What?
I've seen what Julio does.
You like what Julio does?
I saw what Julio does. They probably do that for you, but what will it do for me?
Make me a happier me.
Me looking like a damn fool.
Make me a happier me.
And P Diddy news. You think he be using Julio? He been wearing them rappers out. I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't want to touch that. I'm sorry. I don't want
They
to
ain't
touch
too
that.
gangster when they fuck with P Diddy.
I don't want to touch that.
Ain't no gangster rap when it's with P Diddy.
Because I saw it. I heard it. Oh, my God.
P Diddy turning them out.
They were already turned out.
I think they was already turned out.
That's just undercover some shit they want to
Something
do.
they been wanting to do.
Maybe
Might as well
some
let
shit they
P
want
Diddy
to
do it.
Might well. I'm not even going to touch that one because I'm saying, like, it goes to a lot of things I could say, but I just don't want to put my foot in my mouth. Too early in the show for me. So what else you got? And stay away from that one.
Stay away from the diddler. Okay. Well, they word him out, ain't he?
You heard it?
I heard what? Heard about what he doing?
Did you hear the tape? Did you hear the tape?
Oh, with the Meek Mill?
Yeah. I didn't say no name. I just said, did you hear
I
it?
mean, hell, shit. If you got down to my 24 views and just now heard this shit,
Oh, shit.
say, I heard all about it.
But you didn't listen to it?
Boy, he's mashing him,
Oh, my God.
mashing his ass. Well, his behind.
Let's stay away from it.
Yeah, it ain't a good topic. It's not very healthy.
But you can talk about my girl.
Really
but no.
damaged rap.
It just damaged
She
my...
wasn't doing nothing explicit. It's
It
just
just
when she
damaged
just
my
got
view on
drunk.
him.
She just got drunk, and
I mean, we
and
don't...
had to pull over. I will say she did a good thing.
She didn't. She didn't drive drunk.
She didn't hurt
Slept it off.
anybody,
She didn't hurt nobody.
but she
Hell,
still had
he's
to.
hurting somebody.
I don't think they hurt.
Shit. You ain't heard the video. You ain't heard the tape. He was hurting. But it was funny.
But no means no. Did you hear no? No.
No. No, definitely didn't hear no.
So were they hurting? Was he hurting them, or were they hurting themselves, or were they enjoying themselves? I didn't hear no stop. No, you're hurting me. Stop. Quit. No, I didn't hear none of the
Thought you didn't hear it.
none of the word like none of the what do they call those words?
Thought you didn't hear it.
Oh, I heard it.
Oh, okay.
It's just not something you brag on.
Oh, okay.
Real damaging for the rap industry.
It was damaging to me, and I'm a female.
That sucks, man.
So, I mean, you said you didn't hear none of those.
I'm just disappointed. You know, your mama said, I'm just disappointed in you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he got a lot of stuff he's dealing with.
Yeah, he was under a lot of stress. He had to release, right?
Did you fucking just say that?
He had to release. Pause.
No.
You know they always say pause in New York. Pause, nigga.
No.
But this is the Well That's Funny podcast brought to you by Royal Lane Studios. Biz, what's up, man? I really appreciate what you're doing for us. This is Sam P, the host, and something,
Not a G, an I-N.
co-host.
There you go.
And you won't leave the Diddy stuff. From now on, we'll just leave the Diddy stuff
Alone.
alone.
It's too heavy for me. hurts my ears.
He's really putting on a show.
He's putting on something.
He's doing something.
So,
But this concludes our show of Well, That's Funny podcast, and we appreciate all our little viewers for watching.
be sure to follow us on Facebook. Well, That's Funny podcast.
Starring
Some
in
Sam P.
already. It don't matter what order you put it in.
Sam P and some.
Some, Sam P. Boom.
There we go.
You just gotta blow it up or some shit.
Oh. That was good.
Later.
Later.
We should have talked about the P. Diddy.
I didn't want to talk about the PD.
Press play. You press the shit out of that thing, but
Yeah, you off. You still on. This wasn't live, was it? Yeah. It was good. Can't wait to watch it. Hold on, lovely. I did have your key. Babe, can you get my shoes? Over here. I gotta use the, but the camera's not turned toward it anyway, so. My shoes. Thank you, Cupcake. I know.